Breakdown, I think, of the family.
Yeah.
And this is not to say that single parents don't do a good job, but it's hard for a woman when she gets to a boy of 13, 14. There's not a father strong figure to look after them, and that's not saying that single parents they do a great job. And I think the breakdown of the family is the problem.
Well, it absolutely seems to be out of hand now. Everywhere you go, every time you turn on the radio or the television, it's all about stabbing all the time. And they're blaming the police force, lack of police on the street. But I say it stems from their upbringing.
Hello.
Hello.
How do you feel about the way the police treated your case, and do you feel they worked effectively?
Yeah, I actually do. I've got a lot of praise for the police in the majority of the case, arresting somebody so quickly, pushing it through. I do think there was a small percentage that was the agenda wasn't me or Josh, it was about keeping the peace in a lot of cases because of the impact of his death on many people. So there was definitely an agenda to try and get it to court as quickly as possible and get it dealt with as quickly as possible, but on the whole, they were really good.
And how do you feel about the way the media covered this case as well?
I've been lucky. It's been positive.
And I'm writing lyrics for Brum. I ain't got time to sit on my bum. Cause I gotta do this for my mum and my dog. Cause I want my realties out of that slumber. Hey yo fam, remember way back when them man there didn't wanna know fam. But now I'm doing my...
They do just what the press do, because the press want to sell the newspapers and have people look at their websites, so they will use certain words and terms, as you probably are very well aware, like 18-year-old rapper stabbed. Now, as soon as you see a headline like that, you think, oh, a rapper, a grime MC, grime, they must have been involved in something. So the reason a lot of people are scared of knife crime is because we're not explaining behind the headline that it was a fight in a park at 1 o'clock in the morning, because then we'd need to think, well, why were people in the park at 1 o'clock in the morning? If they hadn't been, then they probably wouldn't have, got involved in the situation. So I think the media is scaring a lot of people with their headlines, especially at the moment.
Would you give to gang members who are looking to get away from that area?
The first thing I would say, it's all the advice in the world, it's only when they're ready.
Yeah.
When they feel it is time and it's got to a stage where they know where it's heading. When it gets to that point, they need to gain support and guidance, because it's a hard thing to do, because they feel scared. And as soon as you're fearful, your reactions aren't always the best. There are lots of organisations out there now, Gangs Line, on the NSPCC website, Children in Need website. There's a lot of information that answers all those questions. I mean, I have never been in a gang and never come out of a gang, so I feel somebody that has been in that situation is better placed to answer and support them moving forward. But as soon as you decide it's time, seek help.